Okay, today I am filming a vlog, and it's gonna be about some of the art things that I've been doing and trying to sell, and then also I just started an Etsy account, which I'm gonna show you guys, but first I wanted to talk about painting. Painting is something that like I did when I was younger, and it was never something that I was super good at. I like really enjoyed doing it, but I never thought I could, I never thought something would come of it. Anyways, the last year I started painting more because I had a lot of paints that people had given me that I had never used or not used very much, and I just thought it was a way to pass the time. I started really enjoying it, and it sort of became a way for me to like, I felt like I could express what I was feeling or what I wanted to feel or what I wanted to see through painting a little bit. Not like super, like there's not a lot tied to that. Like sometimes I just paint for fun, but that has also became something that was sort of like calming for me to do. So in the last maybe 4 or 5 months, I started going not crazy with painting, but I definitely started painting a lot more. And basically like any scrap wood that was over at our house or that I could find around here, I would just sketch something and paint it, and sometimes I wouldn't like it, so sometimes I would repaint it. And I was painting on jars that we weren't using, and pieces of cardboard and pieces of paper, and even like bottles, and basically anything that I had, and I just really like had fun with it. So I'm gonna show you some of the paintings that I've done, and they're not amazing. I mostly did them for fun, but I'm also kind of proud of them because they definitely took time, and some of them, even if they're not good, I like appreciate them for myself because it feels like I put work into this and I enjoyed doing it, and it was also hard, and sometimes I had to redo it. And so basically it's just something fun for me to do. I'm just gonna show you those. This isn't all the ones that I've done, but they're all kind of super taken care of, yeah. But this one I really like. This is one of the first ones that I actually did because it shows like several different layers. Like there's the sea bottom, and then there's like the ocean, and then there's a sunset, and then there's night and stuff. And then that one's just a giraffe. This one I'm definitely not finished with. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do about it, but I kind of like it, kind of hate it, whatever. This one is just like fish in a fish tank, I think. This one was just like a tiny one that I did for fun, and it's mostly sky and water and clouds and whatever. And then this one I kind of hate because, and I don't feel like I'm finished with this one either. Let me get you some better light. It's just like stars, and then like castle and village, and then cliffs, and then water, but I feel like it's too much. I don't really know what to do with it. So I kind of just put it in this corner and find it every once in a while. And then this is one of the more recent ones that I did, which this is one of the, I think it's one of my favorite ones that I've done. It has like it's like a heart, and then like blood, and then it's like kind of graphic, but, and then like butterflies and colors coming out of the broken part of the heart. And that definitely, for me, was like one of them paintings where I was more felt like I was painting what I was feeling. Anyways, this one I painted maybe like 2 months ago. It took me probably 4 hours total, and it's space, sky, mountains, and a hot air balloon, and some little mushrooms down underneath the mountains. And I liked it, but it wasn't like my favorite painting that I'd ever done. Anyways, I showed it to my dad, and he really liked it, and he suggested that I try selling it, which I've never done something like that, and I definitely didn't think that painting was a way that I could even make money. So that is what I'm gonna at least try doing that. So first, because it's just like a piece of scrap wood, I mean, I'll show you in more detail what it actually looks like, but basically what I did, it's acrylic paint. I painted it, and then he suggested before selling it, sanding the edges if there was paint on the edges, or painting those like a solid color. So I like the idea of it being wood and showing that it's actually wood. So I decided to sand the edges like carefully because I don't want to ruin the actual painting. And then another thing he suggested getting is this clear coat to put on top of the paint, just to make sure that it's like protected and that nothing happens to it. So I went to Michael's this week and I got this, and I tried it out on like a little mini painting, and that worked well. And so then I tried it out on the big painting, and so now it has that like clear stuff over it. So basically my plan is to put it on my Etsy. I wasn't sure if I should do it on the Etsy or the merch shop, but I think because I'm advertising my Etsy shop on here, I think I want to try and put it on my Etsy shop, just because for me it's kind of like I'm trying to like make my own Etsy shop connected to my own bank account instead of the merch shop, which goes like through this other website and then goes through my parents and then goes through me. So that's my plan. I will show you my Etsy shop, but some of the things that are already on there are these little like pictures that I made that are made out of the paper cutout thing. I know I said in the last video that I was going to try doing not cards but pictures, so these are some of those. It's just a little boat, and then this one is like chips and guacamole and salsa. And then this one is a castle and a tree, and I think my favorite one is this one. That's like a panda and some bamboo. And those are overpriced pieces of crap. No, I'm just kidding. But I mean, art is always overpriced because it takes so long, but like at the same time, like people sometimes are willing to pay for it and sometimes like people aren't, and like I can understand both ways. Anyways, I am going to show you my Etsy shop. And then I also forgot, there's this like window that I got from our house that is like, it's just like empty glass. So I painted that. I don't really like it, but this is like waves, and then that's like some sort of tree thing going on. So that's that. Those are most of my paintings that I've done. And I am going to show you my Etsy shop now. Okay, this is my Etsy shop. If you go to Etsy and it's called Picturesque Paper because I haven't thought of a better name for it yet. I made my first sale like just a few weeks ago because that was when I first launched it. And so that was pretty exciting. That was, I mean, I didn't really know what I was doing, but someone liked what I posted, I guess, so that was cool. One of the things that I'm definitely learning in this is that like I said before, like prices for art are sometimes so high, and it really is like, I mean, because it makes sense because it takes so much time to make something, like it should be high, but it's also like at the same time it's like, oh, you just put that on your wall and it just sits there and you don't actually need it. So like at the same time, like why would you pay that much money for that? But people still do it. But it's also like hard, as I guess I would call myself an aspiring artist, or I want to be an artist, to know, like even for myself, I don't like it, like strangers, it's like, okay, like you don't know them, like okay, sure, like you can charge them money, but at the same time it's like, I mean, if I was buying something, I would want it to be cheaper. So I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it's hard to gauge what's a good price and what's not. And So there's that. And then if anyone has any tips, has any experience with Etsy or selling art or painting or making things that you would love to comment or anything, I'll try and read the comments, because I watched a bunch of videos before I started my Etsy shop, but I know that the best advice comes from people who have experience, and you can't always find that on YouTube. Sometimes you can. But so that's it. I'll show you guys the painting, but yeah, if you have any advice on any of this, it would be great, because I have no idea what I'm doing, and this is my first time doing this. Okay, so this painting, my dad said that I should list it for $250, which to me is like a lot of money, but I'm just gonna go ahead and see. I don't know if anyone likes this painting, but you know, I guess we'll see how that goes. At the same time, I'm just like learning, because even if no one buys it, like at least I know that. So that's it for today, and thanks for watching. I hope you guys liked this vlog, and again, if anyone has any tips or advice, let me know. Thanks. Goodbye.
For 5 months, our family walked 13 miles every day.
We became the largest family to complete the Appalachian Trail.
We encountered snowstorms, overflowing rivers, rattlesnakes, and the government threatening to take away our kids.
And that was the easy part.
2,000 miles together, the story of the largest family to hike the Appalachian Trail is available on Amazon and all major online retailers.